Hey everybody, it's Monday, which means it's the start of a new week. This week is week 2 for Old Testament class. I want to welcome you to week 2. And first off, I want to start by saying thanks. Thanks for making week 1 really, really good. I think we got off to a really good start overall. And there was some really good discussion happening in the discussion threads. I look forward to reading your application assignments and grading those papers this week. And so, with that in mind, I actually have a couple of really, really important announcements. The first one is Christmas break begins 1 week from today. So, week 2 will be business as usual for us. Your assignments will be due at the 11:59 p.m. Sunday deadline. Nothing has changed there, but week 3 will not begin until the first Monday of January. So we have a couple weeks off. You won't be able to access week 3 course material because it will be locked until that time. But you'll have a solid 2 weeks off to spend time focusing on your important relationships in life, friends, family, coworkers, be able to spend some time with your family, spend some time at work without having to deal with the pressure of deadlines and assignments and that sort of thing. So just keep that in mind. Week 2 is a normal week for us this week, but then we have 2 weeks off for Christmas break. Also, if you know you're going to fall behind, I need you to communicate with me ahead of time. A number of you have done a really nice job of sending me messages through the course system, or you've been texting me, letting me know what's going on. And so I have some advice. Because you cannot access the week after it ends, it's going to be really important for you to open up the assignments or the discussion threads, and you're going to have to cut and paste the material into a Word document and save it on your computer for later when you know you can get it done. And then you're going to have to email me the completed assignment. So for example, we're in week 2 and you know that you're going to maybe miss the Sunday deadline, and you let me know, and you want to get some partial credit for submitting your work even though it will be late, because trust me, some credit is better than no credit. And so what you're going to do is you're going to open up the assignment during the week. You're going to go ahead and highlight all of the material, and you can see here there's a download. You have to download a worksheet again this week. You're going to copy it and paste it into a Word document, and then save it on your computer and finish it as soon as you can. Then you can email it to me or send it to me through the course messaging system, because you will be locked out. Once the week is done, it's closed. There's no going back. So whatever you do, be proactive and get it saved ahead of time so you can submit it to me later. Okay? If you have any questions about that, feel free to call me, email me, message me. I'd be happy to walk you through that in more detail. But let's go back here to week 2, and as we started in Genesis, and we're talking about the story of Abraham and God's redemptive story, beginning with this man named Abraham, how he's going to bless Abraham and to be a blessing to all of the nations. Of course, we're just talking about one person at this time, and the tension in the story, right, is that Abraham doesn't have any children. The house of Abraham, the Beit Av, is really, really small. And so he and Sarah concoct this plan and to have children through Sarah's maidservant, or her slave, Hagar. And of course, we get a whole nother tribe out of there, out of the tribe of Ishmael. Is our descendants of Abraham as well. Again, we're seeing, nations being blessed in this way, but Abraham doesn't have a child through Sarah. And so this week we are going to talk a little bit more. We're going to continue in this story of redemption, but we're also going to talk about geography. Geography is important. It's a land that we're completely unfamiliar with unless you visited Israel, the land of Israel or Palestine. Really, really unfamiliar territory to us. So understanding the geography is really important to understanding the story. So we have some passages. We're reading chapter 2 in the Epic of Eden this week, as well as passages at the end of Genesis. It looks like we're getting into the Joseph story now, and then the Exodus. So Abraham's family has expanded, and he's Isaac. Isaac marries Rebekah. Rebekah has one of the children is Jacob, his brother Esau. Jacob gets the blessing. Jacob has 12 sons and a daughter, and his favorite, of course, is Joseph. And so Joseph is then, of course, sold into slavery by his brothers. Dad believes he is dead, ends up as second in command in all the land of Egypt. And by the time we get to Exodus, hundreds of years have passed. A new Pharaoh is on the throne. He is concerned about the rebellion or the uprising of this massive Israelite community in his land. But rather than sending them back home to the land in Canaan, he enslaves them. And of course, their cries of oppression reach up to the ears of God, and God sends a deliverer by the man of Moses. And Moses and God then conspire together to bring the people of Israel out of slavery, out of the land of Egypt. And so the story continues. We do have a couple of videos related to the biblical text that we're studying, as well as some additional resources for you if you need it. Zoom Live will be Wednesday night at 8:30 if you can make it. Really appreciate it. We had some good conversation last week. It will help you as you prepare your discussion threads, as well as your application assignments, as well as answer any questions that may be lingering for you. So let's look at that. Let's just look real quickly at the two application assignments, and then also note that by Sunday, 11:59 p.m., you also have to complete the weekly evaluation, which is a multiple choice quiz and written portion. Application assignment number 1 is just read the Epic of Eden chapter 2 and then complete the questions by downloading the worksheet. Simple enough. And then application assignment number 2 for this week is to read your Bible, look up the reading in the biblical text, and then prepare a journal entry just like you did last week to the prompts below. Same questions, nothing has changed here. So really engage yourself in the biblical story. Ask yourself these questions as you're reading. Write down your thoughts in well-constructed journal entry, and using this document, the format requirements, 200 words or more, please. APA citation. There is a video on how to do in-text citation, which is listed as an announcement. Please check that out if you have not done so, and submit it by Sunday. There is also a sample here for you to learn from. So please look at that sample, download it, take a look at what is being expected of you from these journal assignments. So if you have any questions at all, I'm here to help, and I hope you all have a great week. Take care, everybody.